reference mark it faces towards the elbow region. ठीक है, this is the main difference between long axis and short axis view. अगर आप technically theoretically जाओ, in long axis view the reference mark is towards the neck. In short axis view you have to rotate. Long axis से short axis कब होगा? You have to rotate the transducer to 90 degree. तो उस केस में when you are rotating the transducer, the reference mark वो neck से आपके elbow की तरफ आ जाएगा. And also क्या है आपका angle earlier in long axis view you have to keep the transducer close to the body. In different short axis view you have to move the transducer away from the body. ठीक है. Then in short axis view we see 5 images. तो forget this one, see this one. First view है, this is cross section, papillary muscle. Then papillary muscle से caudate tendon. Then there is mitral valve. Then there is left atrium and aorta. Then after there is pulmonary valve. तो इस we keep the transducer like this. अगर इस इमेज को देखें and I have to scan like this. First view at the level of papillary muscle. Second view at the level of caudate tendon. Third view at the level of mitral valve. Fourth है ना उस तरह से, ठीक है. तो वही images है. You have to rotate the transducer like this. Reference mark पहले आपको नहीं दिख रहा था. Now reference mark is visible because earlier it was like this. Now I have rotated the transducer. Reference mark आपको visible है. And at the same time the difference in earlier long axis view the angle was very less, approximately 30 to 45 degree. Now it is increasing. ठीक है. So practical बातें ये आपको demonstrate करके. So first view आपका in short axis view, in long axis में था long axis 5 chamber view and 4 chamber view. Now we are starting with the short axis view. First है left ventricle at the level of papillary muscle. This view is also known as the mushroom view because the left ventricle image, जो आप ये देखो image, you see it appears like mushroom, so it is also known as mushroom view. First view it is in the diastole and second view it is in the systole. So in this view what you have to see that the left ventricle it assumes a shape like mushroom and these structures जो आपको bulge दिख रहा है approximately at 4 and 8 o'clock position they are known as papillary muscles. ठीक है. तो this view में ये है. यूज क्या है इस व्यू का? इफ यू वांट टू मेजर द इंटरनल एरिया ऑफ लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल एडवांस उसमें, ठीक है, कोई जैसे लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल डायलिटेशन हो गया देन यू वांट टू मेजर द एरिया ऑफ लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल, तो आप इस एरिया को ऐसे इस तरह से यू कैन ट्रेस द एरिया एंड यू कैन फाइंड आउट कि एरिया कितना है या वॉल्यूम कितना है. देन सेकंड आफ्टर दैट इज मशरूम व्यू. नहीं चल रही. देन लेफ्ट वेंट्रिकल विद caudate tendon view. ठीक है. नाउ द ओनली डिफरेंस इज दैट दिस ट्रांसड्यूसर यू हैव टू only give slight manipulation. The difference is that in papillary muscle view at this position you were able to see papillary muscle bulging, but in this caudate tendon view the papillary muscle will disappear and it will be replaced by two hyperechoic parallel structure. You can see that these are known as caudate tendon. इसलिए you have to mark it. If you want to go for M-mode image of left ventricle, जो आपकी ACVM की guidelines है, the standard, if you want to measure, take M-mode measurement in short axis view, you have to get this, not papillary muscle view. You have to get this view, और यहाँ पे M-mode cursor लाएंगे, it should divide the left ventricle equally into two halves, and in one half both the caudate tendon should come. ठीक है. So if you want to take M-mode measurement in short right parasternal short axis view, it should always be taken at the level of caudate tendon and not at the level of mitral valve. ठीक है. Then again वही चीज है, we are starting first papillary muscle then slight manipulation and during this procedure your transducer is moving counterclockwise. हम नीचे से start करें ना, तो papillary muscle then आपका caudate tendon then mitral valve. Then next is left ventricle at the level of mitral valve. So in this case first papillary muscle आया, then papillary muscle replaced by caudate tendon and hyperechoic. And in this view what you have to focus that you don't have to see papillary muscle caudate tendon, you have to see inside the left ventricle like fish का open mouth है, your mitral valve should be present like this. ठीक है. And this when the mitral valve is open, for example mitral valve open है तो when the mitral valve gets open तो इसके mouth gets separated. ठीक है. आप long axis image को इस साइड में रिकॉर्ड करो, इतनी images. The part of mitral valve which faces this interventricular septum, it is known as septal leaflet. and the part of leaflet which faces left ventricular wall, it is known as आपका पेराइटल लीफलेट. ठीक है. सो अब आप लॉन्ग एक्सिस व्यू में जाओगे, मिट्रल वेल जब ओपन होता है एक साइड इट्स टुवर्ड्स द इंटरवेंट्रिकुलर सेप्टम एंड अदर वन इज टुवर्ड्स द लेफ्ट ventricular wall. So in this view, fish mouth view, when the mitral valve is open, it appears like fish has opened the mouth, and both the anterior leaflet and the posterior mitral leaflet, they get separated from towards. Anterior it moves towards the interventricular septum, and the posterior leaflet it moves towards the left ventricular posterior wall. But what happens when जो ventricular systole होता है, when the ventricle contracts, then mitral valve close हो जाएगा, तो it appears like both the leaflet जो पहले open थे, they will come together. ठीक है, they will appear as two parallel lines. So in diastole, when the mitral valve is open, it appears as open fish mouth, and during systole, when the mitral valve is closed, it appears like this as two parallel lines. If you will apply amor cursor, in amor cursor you will also see when during diastole there will be amor